field days, CQ field days. This is Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, field days. Field days, CQ field days, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, field days. Roger, the 1 Alpha, California, please copy 1 Alpha, Illinois, QSL. Southerlies, good luck in the contest. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the special Winter Field Day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located in Freeport, and I'll be your net control. I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place to all amateur radio operators. Everybody is welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This repeater has a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. By the way, this net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. We'll do this again. This repeater is a PL 114.8 minus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those who may be using older radios who do not have the PL capability, or the PL on your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency straight to 610 simplex. If I hear you, I will nod you and check you in the net. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. If you contact Mike, K9MED, who is live streaming this net, and check in with him on the internet, and he in turn will relay your internet check to me via the radio. Also, if you're out in the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions. You're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access. Give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636. The local Freeport number will take your check in order the phone, but try to check it on the radio if at all possible. Okay, again, this is the special Winter Field Day edition of Friday Night Fun Net. During the roundtable tonight, we're going to ask everybody, what are you going to be doing for a winter field day? Are you going to be going somewhere, or will you be operating from your home QTH? So, I or myself, that's where I will be operating from, right here at home. So, but that's what we'll be doing tonight. Okay, but first, we're going to be we'll be taking short time remote stations. If you have something else going on that you can't stay for the net, you got family stuff going on, and you rather concentrate your driving, and you can't stay for the net, we'll take your short time remote stations. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After that, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, Amfest, or marathons. Okay, let me reset. Then we'll do what we'll do, in keeping with Winter Field Day, we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. This is your chance to relay any DX reports that you may have made contact this weekend. Then let's see. Then that's what we'll be doing. And we'll be doing the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. You have any technical questions? What kind of an antenna you want to put up on your tower? What kind of are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, or what have you? You have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. And then we'll do our swap net. You have any kinds of buy, sell, trade, or want, release hobbies or amateur radio or computers, you can advertise them over the radio, and we'll see if we can get rid of them for you. We'll see what happens. all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time remote stations who'd like to check the Friday night fun at this time? Please call now.
KC9GCR, W9JTC. Gonna check in short time tonight, Jimmy. Have a great net, sir.
Checking in short time, no traffic, and doing this. Hope he gets 20 million check-ins.
Again, another station, come back, please.
KZT is Larry with traffic. And 96K Bob in Freeport, Jimmy, about a mile west of you. Have a good net. Short time, no traffic.
KD9EPZ, Alan Rochelle, short time. AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, short time, no traffic.
Okay, we're going to take a pause right here. K9KCT, let me get by these stations first. Larry, I'll get back to you. K9KCT, N96K, Bob here at Freeport, about a mile west of you, got you checked in. If we get a chance, maybe we'll talk to you tonight on 3-9 after the net. Then thanks for checking in. K9EPZ, Alan Rochelle, got you checked in short time. Thank you for checking in, and have a good evening if I don't talk to you later on. AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, I've got you checked in. Have a good evening. Well, thanks for checking in. Now, there was another station trying to check in. Another station, come back, please.
W9JTC was checking in there, Jimmy. Have a great net, sir.
I have been told.
Okay, Jimmy, I did acknowledge your checking. I've got you down. Thanks for checking in. Was there another station trying to check in?
N9GDC, Greg in Rockford, short time, no traffic.
N9BWM, short time, no traffic.
Okay, N9GBP, Greg and Robert have got you checked in. Thanks for checking in. So everybody have a good evening. N9BWM, Bruce and Robert have got you checked in. Bruce, got a good signal tonight. Thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Okay, let me get back to Larry, K9KCT. Larry, did you have traffic? If so, go ahead.
Yes, just remind everybody that on Sunday, May 21st, 2023, there will be a ham fest, 8 o'clock to 11 a.m. It'll be in the YMCA Camp Winnebago, just north of Rockford. And I'm sure many people have heard this, but I just kind of want to remind anybody who has not. Details I posted on the Rah-Rah website, although this is not connected with any club or anything. Just a bunch of hams get together, socialize, swap stuff, and socialize. Okay, and I'm sorry I gotta go, but I hurt my back doing messing with a snowblower today, and I've got to lie down. Have a good night, Jimmy. K9KZT.
Okay, sounds good. I'm sure you'll be listening to the net while you're lying down. I'm sorry to hear about your situation. Ain't that the way it goes? Too bad you can't hire somebody else to do that stuff for you. Okay, Larry, sounds good. I'll definitely mention this about the Gorilla Ham Fest or the swap meet and social later on during the net. Thanks. Okay. Now getting back to checking, are there any more short-time remote stations want to check in the Friday night fun net? Please phone up.
Yep, KD9MED. I'm going to be short time tonight. I got traffic.
Kevin in Roscoe with no traffic.
Okay, N9EGF with Kevin and Roscoe got you checked in. Kevin, thanks for checking in. Celery, have a good evening. Now there was another station trying to check in. Another station, come back, please.
KD9MED, short time with traffic.
Okay, K9MED, okay, go ahead. I'll remove the early bird check-in. I've got you down to general check-in. Go ahead with your traffic.
Okay, yep. Check in, Patrick. Keep finding $9 silver.
Okay, KF9SD, Pat. Patrick and Warren have got you checked in. I'm sure we'll be listening to you on the Greene County net this coming Sunday night. Thanks for that internet check-in there, Brian. Okay, Mike, I should say. Oh boy. Thanks for that. Let's move on. Any more short-time mobilizations from the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
K9HKX, Larry and Roscoe, I've got you checked in. Larry, you have a good evening. Maybe we'll hear you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening rag tune net. So, okay. Any more short-time mobilizations of the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 short-time stations. Okay, that sounds good. All right, let's go ahead with general check-ins. First, any general check-ins from Northern Illinois who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out.
W3MBX, Matt in Rockford, no traffic.
W3MBX, man, Robert, have got you checked in, man. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out.
Good evening, Jimmy. This is November 9, Oscar Echo Golf, Chris in South Beloit, and I have no traffic.
N9OEG, Chris in South Beloit. Got you checked in, Chris. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out. Okay, this is K9GCR, the net control of the Friday Night Fun Net. I checked myself in, so okay. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, no further check-ins from Northern Illinois. At this time, I'll take check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. Any station in Southern Wisconsin would like to check in. Please go on.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
K9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Got you checked in, Norm. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on out. Okay, it's Friday Night Fish Fry Night in Wisconsin, so everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappie, or bluegills, or what have you. And those of you in the Milwaukee area, you're in your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Of course, you cheese lovers, you're eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. The ice should be well frozen now, so you guys, when you go ice fishing this weekend, take your coolers, if you have your beer or soft drinks, take your food, take your grill, take your generators, take your TV. Hopefully you have good luck ice fishing. Take your HTs with you, of course, so you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, at this time, any check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin would like to check in, please go on out.
Kilo Charlie 9. Alpha Golf Romeo Jennifer from Wisconsin.
K9 AGR, Jennifer and Janesville have got you checked in. Jennifer, I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please going on. Okay, no further check-ins. Well, they're coming in right and left tonight, so that's good. So, okay, I'll move on with the traffic portion. Okay, the Sterling Rock Falls Hamfest will take place on Sunday, March 19th. Unknown, I'm not sure. I believe that starts at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. It will not be held in Sterling or Rock Falls this year. Instead, it's going to be held in Dixon at Sauk Valley Community College. I'm not sure of what building is going to be held down there, but if you know anybody down in the Sterling, Dixon, Rock Falls area who's in charge of that, go ahead and get a hold of these people and find out. Again, Sterling or Rock Falls Hamfest will take place on Sunday, March 19th. At the Sauk Valley Community College in Dixon. I'm not sure what building that'll be located in. So, okay. Also, Richard, N9ZO in Belvedere, has advance tickets for the Sandwich Hamfest. That will take place on Sunday, May the 7th, at the Sandwich Fairgrounds. Those advance tickets are $8 with 2 chances for a drawing. Now, the day of the Hamfest, it's going to be $10 at the gate with 1 chance for a drawing. There will be hourly drawings, and there will be 3 prizes, and you do not have to be present there. Again, Sandwich Hamfest will take place on Sunday, May 7th, 2023 at the Sandwich Fairgrounds. Richard, N9ZO in Belvedere, has tickets for $8 in advance. Contact them at area code 815-547-8686. I repeat, area code 815-547-8686. $8 in advance with 2 chances for a drawing. $10 at the gate the day of the Hamfest with 1 chance for a drawing. And then hourly, there will be hourly drawings and 3 cash prizes. You don't have to be present. And Larry, K9KZT already told you about the swap meet and the social, which we will be having on the Sunday, May 21st. I'll mention more about it later on during the net. So, okay. Does anybody else have any traffic that you'd like to pass along for the net? Okay, we'll move on with the Friday Night Fun Net's Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, or the all mode? If you have, this is our TechNet portion. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them, and we'll do our best to try to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net at this time?
KC9RGG.
K9RGG. Go ahead, Norman.
Say, Jim, I'm looking for some real good logging software. Something, of course, hopefully that's free. And I see a lot of things out there, but what do the people here in the net feel, and what's their favorite?
Well, let's see. Let's throw it out there. They know more about this stuff than I do. Norm, K9RGG is looking for logging software. Says, can anybody help them out there? Okay, I'll repeat one more time. Norm, K9RFD is looking for logging software. Does anybody have anything available that they're not using? Can you help them out, please? Well, I'm sorry, Norman. I guess nobody can help you out there. So I don't know, but thanks for bringing it up to the TechNet portion. Anyway.
That's okay, Jim. I'll go on out to the internet and kind of search around and see what's available. I know there's a lot of things out there, but there's so many things available that I just don't know what to choose. And I always try to get some expert advice. So, hey, thank you very much anyway, Jim. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
You're welcome, Norm. Hey, this is the first time in, almost a month, or maybe well over a month, or longer than that I've had any traffic on the Friday Night Fun at Tech Corner. So that's good. So hopefully you'll find some. Okay, Norm, thanks. We'll get back to you in a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Does anybody else have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net? Okay, we'll move on to the Friday Night Fun net, the DX Corner. Anybody has any meeting DX contact this week? This is where you get to mention who you all had contact with and what have you. So, okay. Does anybody have any DX contacts they'd like to pass along? Okay. That's unusual. KD9MED hasn't checked in yet. Maybe he's got something else going on. But I'll give you my DX report. Last Sunday, I made 6 contacts when I took part in the North American QSO party. First station was with now let me get out my logbook here. First contact was with a station in Virginia. And, oh boy, okay, here we go. All right. It was with Kilo 3 Zulu in Virginia on the 14.272 megahertz, 20 meters at 1925. Second contact was with Whiskey 2 Sierra Oscar in New York at on 14.297 megahertz, 20 meters at let me check the time. 2014 hours. Third contact at 14.225 at 20 meters at 20:32 hours. W1 Sierra Juliet. That was a station in Vermont. Fourth station, 14.265 megahertz at 21:34 hours. Whiskey X-Ray 3 Bravo in Maryland. The last 2 contacts were in Maine on 14.240 megahertz at 22:04 hours with the Kilo 1 Juliet Bravo, Joe in Maine. And my last contact was also with a station in Maine on 14.263 megahertz at 22:29 hours. Whiskey 4 Lima on with Fred in Maine. Those are my 6 contacts that I made. So those are my DX contacts. Does anybody else have any DX contacts they'd like to pass along? That's unusual. Carrying not checking in at one, or some must have come up or something. So okay, we'll just move on. And this concludes the DX report. We'll move on to the swap nets. All IMC bulk order traders must be related to hobbies of ramp trading or computers. All IMC bulk order traders must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. We mentioned price over there, but haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does anybody have any swap net traffic you'd like to pass along?
Check in.
Okay, stations, stand by. I gotta get my papers straightened out here. Just hold on. I got a station trying to check in. Okay, check in. Go ahead.
Yeah, KB9SSV, Mike and Roscoe.
This is K9G Charter Friday Night Fun on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun at Central and Freeport. Okay, I think we might have had a station with stopping the traffic. Now I gotta get all my papers straightened out again. One please. See that? This is the way it goes when you gotta shovel papers around and what have you. Okay. Did somebody? Now I gotta find my pen there. Now, did somebody have any swap net traffic? Come back.
W9MBX.
W9MBX. Okay, man, what you got for us?
Yeah, I'm looking for an entry-level HF rig, something very simple. It's my first one, so something real simple to operate and not too many bells and whistles. Yeah, Jimmy, you and I talked about that 718. I've been kind of poking around looking for, maybe something like that, and maybe at that Gorilla Fest that we're going to have in May, maybe somebody will have something like that. But I'm just kind of poking around at the moment.
Okay, well, let's see if somebody by chance has an HF rig that's simple to operate and nobody is using anymore. Does anybody have an HF rig that they're not using anymore? You want to go back to Matt W9MBX? Come back. Well, I guess not, Matt. Why don't you go ahead and give us your email address or your phone number, if you would, please.
Yeah, roger that, Jimmy. Phone number 815-222-5959, and text preferred. Phone call's fine too, but if it's during the week and I'm at work, I'm probably never going to answer it.
Okay, sounds good. As the late great Russ Love, N9LXS, used to say when he started the Wednesday Evening Steamscon Repeater Association, Wednesday Evening SwapNet, I hope your phone rings off the hook. That's what he used to say. Let's hope that's the situation with yours. Okay, we'll get back to you a few minutes around table there. Thank you for bringing us your SwapNet traffic. First time in quite a while we've had SwapNet traffic. So, okay. Does anybody else have any SwapNet traffic you'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, this is what happens when you're trying to shuffle papers all over the place or what have you. Okay, let's see. All right, we're talking about Winter Field Day. what are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day? Are you going anywhere to participate? Anybody, please let us know if you are having a Winter Field Day event, where are you going to be having it, and what have you. So, okay, let's go ahead with, just a minute. Oh yeah, Mike, K9MED, what are you going to be doing for a Winter Field Day? Okay, he must have had to step away from the radio, so we'll move on then. Let's see, okay, oh yeah, Matt, hey, what are you going to be doing for a Winter Field Day?
W3MBX, I'm going up to Clinton. Kurt was kind enough to let me tag along with them first Winter Field Day, so I'm really going to be going up there mainly to observe and just kind of check things out since I never did it before. I don't even know how to make a DX contact yet, so I guess I'll be figuring that out tomorrow night.
Well, okay. Well, good luck. I know you're going to have a wonderful time. That's for sure. So, okay, Matt, thanks for checking in, and hopefully somebody will get back to you concerning that logging material or what have you. Thanks for checking in. Chris, N9OEG in South Floyd, what are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
Checking.
Just a minute. Is somebody trying to check in? Come back.
This is KD9MED. Hi, Jimmy.
Okay, KD9MED. Oh, okay. Just a minute. We just got done with the DX corner, and I already gave my report. Let's see. Why don't we go ahead with your report? Who did you make contact with this week?
Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. I completely zoned out and didn't turn on the radio until a few minutes ago, and I didn't get a chance to check in till just now. Yeah, Jimmy, I heard about all your contacts. Isn't that great? 20 meters is working just great. How does it? Don't you think it's just heads and tails better than it was just a year ago?
It sure as hell is, Gary. It really is.
It's a lot of fun when it's like this. It's not much fun during the solar minimum, but boy, it's great now. As for myself, Jimmy, I put my brain in neutral this week. I glued myself to the internet and just wasted the entire week and didn't spend any time on the radio at all. So I guess I get a few demerits, but I'll be back on the air next week. KD9MED.
Oh, don't worry about Carrie. We got I took a break completely from HF after this past Sunday. I'm going to save my energy for a Winter Field Day tomorrow. That's how I'm going. I think we all do that. Don't worry about it. Speaking of Winter Field Days, what are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
I'm just going to be staying home, Jimmy. I did correspond with Kurt about the Clinton thing, but a 60-mile round trip, I just can't do it. I can't justify it. So, and the thing about Winter Field Day, I'm not knocking it. Okay, I'm not knocking it, but it has more of an MCOM emphasis than the Summer Field Day does, and for that reason, they don't allow FTA. And I'm an FTA guy. I'll never be a phone guy, I don't think so. It's, even if I wanted to participate, I couldn't, so. But I wish them the best of luck, and I'm sure they'll have lots of fun, and I hope they take lots of photos. KD9MED.
Okay, Gary, hey, sounds good. Thanks for checking in, Gary. You have You have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Okay, Chris, K9OEG in South Beloit. What are you going to be doing for Winterfield Day? K9OEG, Chris in South Beloit. Are you still with us? Okay, I guess must have been short time then. So this is K9GCR, Net Control, the Friday Night Fun, and I'm going to be operating Winterfield Day from my home QTH. I'll be playing around on the 20 and 40, and with 10 meter coming up, I might see if I can make contacts on 10 meters too. That will be the first time that I ever tried making contacts on the 10 meters on the field day, whether it's regular field day or winter field day. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend. So, okay, Norm, K9RGG, are you still with us? What are you going to be doing for winter field day?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Yes, Jim, I'm going to be staying warm here at home. In fact, when I came downstairs tonight, I always ask the XYL Carol, you've met her, I said, do you have any words for Jimmy? And she said, yes, tell him to stay warm, because it's going to be getting cold out there. I'm a member of the Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club, and they're going to be having a winter field day. I heard from Chuck, W9AXD. I think it's going to be held at his place down there outside of Clinton, but I'm not going to be going down there to participate with them. Too darn cold for that. Congratulations, Jim, on your contacts. I've seen your antenna. It snakes around more than a snake. It's got more bends in it than a snake. And you're doing pretty good reaching out there, especially to the East Coast. So, KC9GCR, KC9RGG, and that's my report.
Okay, Norm, sounds good. A while back when I was working 10 meters, I made contact with stations in British Columbia, Oregon, Washington State, and California. This was on 10 meters. For the first time I ever worked 10 meters with stations other than local stations around here. Norm, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend. Okay. KC9AGR, Jennifer, what's going on with you? Are you going to be involved with Winter Field Day this weekend? KC9AGR, Jennifer, are you still with us? Okay, she must have been short time, so we'll move on. Let's go to Mike, KD9SSV. Mike, what are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day? KD9SSV, Mike, are you still with us? Okay, well, we'll move on then. So that concludes my list. Are there any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Oh boy, are we getting on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anybody give me a signal report, please?
Your signal sounds good, Jimmy. N9OEG.
Oh, that sounds good there, Chris. Okay, I was going to get back to you. What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day?
I'm going to stay here at home since I just recently had surgery on my foot and I shouldn't be on it. And I probably shouldn't be on it when it's cold. So I'll be nested up in the nice warm house listening to it on my base, that is.
Okay, sounds good. Nothing wrong with that. You know, I'll tell you, I don't know how many contacts I'll be making tomorrow. I'm probably making, maybe I hope, maybe many, or maybe a few, or maybe none at all. Well, hopefully I made some contacts anyway. I got one page. When I did that North American QSO party last Sunday, I did I filled up one page of my logbook. Now I got a whole page here ready to go. I'm going to devote that to Winter Field Day. We'll see how many contacts I get. So, Chris, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net, and enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Winter Field Day.
You too, Jimmy, and I wish you well, and I hope you fill up 2 pages tomorrow. N9OEG.
Okay, that'd be great. Sounds good. Thanks. Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net this time? You're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. Are you getting those groceries so you can stay in before so you don't have to go out tomorrow when the big storm hits? Supposed to get anywhere from up 3 to 5 inches of snow tomorrow. And if you just turn your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last, let's see, 43, 44 minutes. This is your chance of checking the Friday Night Fun Net from everywhere in the region. Without traffic, please call K9GCR.
Kilo 9, Tom, Sam United. Good evening, Jimmy. K9TSC Mobile here, northbound on 39.
Well, hello, stranger. Hello, Vince. You're not anywhere near that big pile up there, aren't you?
No. Just going by the McChesney Park exit. Repeater's a little rough here, but everything's clear here.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm glad we're on this repair instead of on 195. For the past 2 weeks there, I've had harmful interference. Somebody with a ball bang radio was trying to maliciously cause interference during the net there. But we've got it's been recorded. The FCC's been notified, and it won't be long until action will be taken against that individual.
All right, sounds good, Jimmy. I'm losing the repeater a little bit. I'll try to give you a call on 39 a little bit later this weekend. I should be home. Got a couple of things to run by you.
That sounds good. Sounds good. I don't know if Northern Illinois Skywarn will be activated tomorrow or not with the big storm coming. We'll just wait and see what happens. Okay, Vince, good hearing from you. Don't be a stranger. Thanks for... Hey, Vince, are you going to be involved with Winter Field Day this weekend?
I don't think I got all of that, but I know you were asking about Winter Field Day. No, I probably will not be, but I'll definitely give you a call here tomorrow or Sunday. K9TSU.
Okay, Vince, I'll be listening. Thanks for checking in. Drive home safely. K9GCR will be clear. And, well, I'll tell you what. Fortunately, nobody got killed in that big pile-up between Beloit and Janesville. Channel 13 News was really doing the job of covering that story. So that's for sure. It even made it up to the NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. So, yeah. Okay. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Kilo Delta CFL checking in. No traffic.
Okay, I got 2 stations that checked in at the same time. I couldn't copy anybody. Let's try that one more time, please.
Kilo Charlie 9, Charlie Foxtrot Lima, KC9 CFL checking in. No traffic.
Okay, KC9 CFL. Okay, Mike, we got you checked in. I'll get back to you. Was there another station trying to check in? Another station, come back, please.
KD9GDY, Jim, on the north side of Beloit.
KD9GDY. Okay, Jim and Beloit, got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Mike, K9CFL, what's going on with you? Are you going to be involved with Winter Field Day this weekend?
I might get out a little bit, head over to a park or something, bring my, my 817 or something like that, and sit in my truck and do it. But it all depends. I'm trying to get over a cold. We've got kids, so they bring home every disease they can come up with to us. They want to share. But other than that, things have been going okay. Just breathing in, breathing out, working. K9CFL. Thanks again, Jimmy. Back to you.
Okay, sounds good there, Mike. Thanks for checking in there. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. I got to look through my radio nut joke book. I got a couple of field day radio nut jokes. I'll see if I can find there. So okay, thanks, Jim. K9GDY. What's going on with you? Are you going to be involved with Winter Field Day this weekend?
Evening, Jim. Jimmy. Yeah, this is KD9GDY, Jim on the north side of Beloit. Also, Roger, on the field day, we're meeting for some breakfast at the South Beloit Flying J Denny's restaurant. Then we're going to go out to local ham there over by Clinton and set up and run some winter field day. We put in a pretty good effort last year, the Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club, and I think we had actually a halfway decent score, even though we had Murphy show up a little bit. And so, yeah, I'm planning on getting out there. Maybe I'm just going to go out and socialize. I don't know if I'll actually operate or not. Last year I did do some operation. I did do some CWN, some phone contacts. In fact, let me let the repeater reset here. Yeah, in fact, I was saying I worked last year. Kurt, KD9MED, and I got on the phone bands there, and we run a pretty good string of contacts there. We have a pretty good pile-up. We worked all them guys, had a great time. So anyways, looking forward to that. Yeah, and then that big pile-up was just straight east of my house there out on 90. So, wow, what a mess. I'll tell you, terrible. And final thing, what I've been doing here on the radio this weekend, well, today, just this morning, I did work Brazil, Japan, and Australia on CW. So I think I worked a couple different bands there to get all three of them. But added to my my grid square there for the SKCC, so I hit my personal best this month, straight key month, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I about had enough CW for 1 month, though, let me tell you, Jimmy. Back to you, KD9GDY.
I hear you. My last HF contact were those 6 contacts I made on North American Cusel party this past Sunday. So that's the way it goes there. Okay, sounds good. Hey, Jim, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. You have a good time at Winter Field Day. I'll be operating from my QTH here. So have a good evening, and thank you for checking in.
Hey, Jimmy, hey, real quick, if you hear K9BY, that's Kilo Niner Bravo Yankee, give us a call. That's what the Beloit Amateur, Greater Beloit Amateur Radio Club is going to be running for a call. So, as far as I know anyway, that's what we ran the last couple of years. So, all right, 7-3, have a good evening, KD9GDY.
Thanks for checking in there, Chris. Have a good time at Field Day. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, Mike K9CFL. I got a Field Day radio nut joke for you. This is courtesy of Roger at K9RJW. You know you're a radio nut when? On Field Day, after you have made over 4,000 contacts. You look at your HT upside down and you wonder why it's on the wrong frequency. Then you realize you've got to get some Z's. Mike, I hope you heard that. Okay, son. Okay, I guess he left. Okay, Any more stations while checking the Friday night fun net? Please go on up.
Give me comment. Go ahead. KD9GDY returning. Hey, yeah, I just talked to Kurt, KE9N, and also Kevin, N9 EGF, Kevin, and I worked on the winter heat, and then those guys are doing pretty good. They're ahead of me in winter heat. I've only made like 41 contacts, but I just want to let you know I'm playing with that a little bit too. I thought you were participating in that. Is that a Roger?
I only made only 2 contacts I made was on the, I think I talked to Kevin, and I think I talked to you guys, and I think that's what it is. I've not made any winter heat contacts at all. Of course, since I don't have a computer, I wrote down the information on this piece of scratch paper.
Okay. Yeah, I think Kevin logged you for sure, so I don't know if I quite copied you 100%, so I don't think I logged it, but okay, well, thanks for that info, and yeah, because I know I heard you in there, so all right, I'll give it back to you. Have a good evening. 7-3, KD9GDY.
Talk to you later, the K9GCR. Okay, any more stations want checking the Friday night fun net? Please go on.
Still on frequency?
Go ahead.
KD9GDY again. Sorry to bother you there. Anyway, hey, I haven't checked in the last couple Sundays with Scott on the Monroe Aries Races net. It was a Greene County Aries Races net. But Scott, KC9YI, I think is his call. Hey, you want to let him know? I got some traffic for you to let him know that I'm probably not going to be able to check in on Sunday evenings because I'm going to be at a band practice. I'm going to be playing in the Beloit College Wind Ensemble, and their practices are Sunday evening. So it means I'm going to be tied up on Sunday evenings. So let him know I'm thinking of them guys, but I'm not going to be able to check in until after the concert series over, more than likely. So if I get a chance, I will. But anyways, if you could relay that for me, I don't know if you'll remember to do that. But if you do, that'd be great. Not a big deal. KD9GDY.
That's okay. No problem. He usually checks into this net anyway, but it's usually later on when he checks in. I'll definitely, if he checks in tonight, I'll definitely let him know.
I appreciate that, Jimmy. That's why you're the ham of the year. So, okay. Have a good one. 7-3 from KD9GDY.
Okay, it sounds good, Jim. 7-3, you have a good luck at Winter Field Day tomorrow. Okay, bud. Okay. Now, Winter Field Days, it's going to take place on 10 meters, 20 meters, 40 meters, and 80 meters. Now, the work bands are 12 meters, 17 meters, and 30 meters. Stay off the work bands. They don't want any field day stuff on those work bands. So again, Winter Field Day will take place just like on the Summer Field Day. 10 meters, 20 meters, 40 meters, and 80 meters. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday night fun net? Please go on. Okay, with Winter Field Day taking place this weekend, I'm gonna read the DX Code of Conduct. Okay, number 1, I will listen, and then listen again before calling. 2, I will only call if I can copy the DX station properly. 3, I will not trust the DX cluster and will be sure of the DX station's call sign before I call it. 4, I will not interfere with the DX station nor anyone calling, and will never tune up on the DX frequency or in the QSX slot. 5. I will wait for the DX station to end the contact before I call. 6. I will always set my full call sign. 7. I will call and then listen for a reasonable interval. I will not call continuously. 8. I will not transmit when the DX operator calls another call sign, not mine. 9. I will not transmit when the DX operator queries a call sign, not like mine. 10. I will not transmit when the DX station requests geographic areas other than mine. 11. When the DX operator calls me, I will not repeat my call sign unless I think he has copied it incorrectly. 12. I will be thankful if and when I do make a contact. 13. I will respect my fellow hams and conduct myself so as to earn their respect. And number 14. This is not part of the original DX code of conduct, but something that Kerry, K9MED, suggested. Number 14. I will send a QSL card to the DX operator to confirm my contact with the station. That's the DX code of conduct, as amended.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
KE9N, hello, Kurt.
Hey, how's it going, Jimmy? I just thought I'd check in. I was kind of listening to you a little earlier, and then I got busy fixing up a microphone cord for someone, and so I went back here and thought I'd check in and see if all is good in the world.
All is definitely good in the world there, Kurt, that's for sure. And by the way, my maintenance man came, he hung up my plaque, so so that's hanging up. I told Kevin, if he wants to come, anytime, if he wants to come over and take a picture of my plaque hanging up on the wall, he's welcome to do so.
Okay, Jimmy. Well, glad you got it hung up, and something to be proud of, and you know, show someone that comes into your place and maybe doesn't know too much about ham radio. You can explain a few things there too. Well, very good. Is there a particular subject, question, or anything that you're asking tonight?
Yes, there is, Kurt. It's all about Winter Field Day. That's something I do every year, like during the night before a Winter Field Day or the regular field day in June. I always ask everybody what they're going to be doing. Are they going to be participating in Winter Field Day and what have you? I know you got something going on, so why don't you let us know about it?
Well, what I'm doing is, we didn't have enough people to do Winter Field Day with the Rah-Rah group, but I'm going to go up to Chuck's place. That's WD9BB. I'm a member of the Beloit Amateur Radio Club as well. And so I'm going to go up, and actually for Saturday night, Matt is going to go with me. And so we're going to go up there so he can see a little bit about HF operating and meet some of the guys. And then I think we're probably going to go back up Sunday morning and show Matt a little bit about operating or whatever. So that is the plan, doing that. I know Kevin wants to stop up if he has time. But me and Matt, we're going to go up, and I'll introduce him to some of the people, and he can get a flavor for HF then.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, Matt checked into the swap net portion tonight. He was looking for a good HF rig that's easier for him to operate. And apparently nobody has anything available. So I told him hopefully he'll have good luck finding one.
Well, I'll tell you got to be a little careful shopping for stuff like that. And I could talk to him, if he asks me about it, I mean, I could talk to him tomorrow about it. But there's a few rigs that I've kind of narrowed it down to 2 or 3 different rigs that are affordable and yet they have a pretty good reputation. You know, there's some rigs that, well, they had the best of intentions when they made them, but for whatever reason there was some oversights, and some have bad reputations. There's no way around it. They made some engineering mistakes. But there are some other ones that have been pretty stable. They're not terribly expensive, and I can talk to them about that and say, well, I kind of keep my eyes peeled for this or this or this. And between them three, usually you can't go wrong. So I can talk to Matt about that then maybe tomorrow if he brings it up. Back to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, you're definitely right. You're definitely right about that. You gotta be he has to be careful what he buys. You just never know. You might end up getting some a piece of equipment there. You don't know how old, how many times, how long it's been used, and what have you there. And you just you don't want to be disappointed or what have you. You go turn it on, then only to find out it doesn't work right. You're definitely right about that.
Yeah, the thing is, too, there's some telltale signs that you can look at things and get an idea. Some of them are just very prone to having problems, and you don't want something like that. And then even other stuff, you hope people kept their fingers out of it. There's various people that sometimes will take and think they're fixing something, and they cause more problems, so you don't want a radio like that. But there's some that are pretty stable, not real expensive. They're not overwhelming to use or anything like that. They don't have 18,000 buttons and knobs and what have you. So that's what I always recommend for a starter radio. And if you like it and you want to get a radio with, let's say, other features, more features, whatever, newer, you can always do that. But I wouldn't jump in with both feet on that regard. But I'll talk to Matt about it if he asks me. He might be listening now. But I'll give him just, a little bit of just experience of what I've seen and what models out there that, are pretty good values.
Okay, sounds good. Well, let's see if by chance Matt is listening. W9AXD, Matt, are you still on the air? Okay, I guess not, Kurt. Oh, well, you'll see him tomorrow, that's for sure.
Yeah, no problem, Jimmy. Okay, anyhow, I wanted to check in, and I'll be listening for a little bit, and then I think I'm going to go upstairs, although, we got about 15 minutes, and usually that's about when Dean picks up the microphone.
Yeah, I was going to say, too, he hasn't checked in yet, but he usually checks in, like, it's usually between 9:30 and 10 o'clock when he checks in.
Yeah, I know he's okay, because I talked to him this morning on the C now and that. I usually talk to him every day, and Chuck. Chuck's the net control. And I know he was okay there, and when I went by his driveway on the way home tonight, I saw someone snow-blowed or shoveled or something with a little bit of snow that we got. So he'll probably be waking up here in 10 or 15 minutes and go, oh, we got to go downstairs for the Jimmy net.
Sounds good. Hey, Kurt, you have a good time at field day tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to be operating from home here. I don't know how many. I may make many, or a few, or maybe none. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Okay, sounds good to me. Talk to you later, Jimmy. KC9GCR, KD9M.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. Are there any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now.
This is W9AXD Chad up in Janesville. Good evening, Jimmy.
W9AXD, good evening, Chad. How you doing? How did your simplex net go last night?
That was the same as last week, just me and Kevin from Roscoe, so nobody else came in there. It was pretty short, maybe 12 minutes. So I forgot to announce it Tuesday, Wednesday on the 2 local nets here, so I kind of, maybe people forgot about it, but, you know, if anyone wants to participate, we'd love to have more check-ins. 146.400 every Thursday at 7 p.m. every week. We'd like to have more than 2 people, so join us, and you never know what we talk about. Might be something new every week. Not quite, Jimmy.
Okay, that's good. I'll definitely be when I give the rundown of all the other nets here in a few minutes here. That's what I'll mention. Make sure I mention your nets here. Now, what are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day? That's the question I'm asking tonight.
Well, Jimmy, I'll be honest with you. I'm not going to do anything. Supposed to snow pretty good up here tomorrow, so I'm just going to stay home and maybe I'll go on 5.2 simplex. Maybe see if I can make any contacts. I don't have my HF wire up yet, so I can't go on HF. So, but yeah, I might give that a shot.
Okay, sounds good. Well, that's the way it goes here sometimes. Okay. Hey, Chad. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening and enjoy your weekend. We'll definitely talk to you down the log here.
All right, Jimmy, for sure. Keep up the good work here. So I'm going to be clear, and everyone have a good evening there. And stay out of the ditches. So hopefully nobody was involved in that pile-up today on I-90 between Beloit and Janesville. A bunch of people got hurt, but I don't think I heard anyone getting killed, which is a good thing. But just hope nobody was involved in that today. So 7-3 WI9HF.
Well, I was watching the 5 and 6 o'clock Channel 13 news tonight. I first heard about it on the scanner. Illinois State Police was saying there was a major accident on the interstate north of traffic was backed up going into Illinois. So, but then Channel 13 had a lot of live coverage about that. So David showed him at the hospital. I think that the Beloit Hospital there were a lot of people. They were not injured, but they were transported by bus there. They were looking for relatives and friends. There was one report that I think 2 buses were sent to pick up those people who were not injured. They just they couldn't go anywhere. The roads were blocked, so they brought them to the Beloit Hospital.
Yeah, I heard about that. Beloit Transit gave a couple buses to help out with that. It was nice of them. So yeah, it's never good to hear nothing like that. I have a package coming tomorrow for my GF repeater, and there's some cables in there, and I don't know. It didn't say it got to Janesville or Madison yet, but I think I got a funny feeling it might be stuck on a truck in that area. So, but yeah, I don't know. You know, they had enough congestion with all the TV stations coming down there and, you know, going live. You'd think that would just add to the problem, you would think.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, it's not that it wasn't just a Rockford TV station. I'm sure the TV station, I'm sure Channel 3, 15, and 27, they sent their crews down there too.
Yeah, I suppose Rockford, and I don't know if you guys have any stations in your area, like Freeport. But I would imagine you'd have something other than Rockford. But yeah, I think it's still closed.
Well, Channel 13 had live coverage. They have a 4 o'clock newscast on the sun. I didn't see it, but they just recently started up a 4 o'clock newscast. That runs for an hour. Then they pick it up again at 5 o'clock. They break for the NBC nightly news, then they pick it up at 6 o'clock. You know there will definitely be a lot of coverage on that, especially tonight during the 10 o'clock news.
Yeah, I suppose. Still covering that for a while. So, all right, Jimmy, I'm going to get out of here. I'll let you continue on with your nets. So have a good evening there, and I'll be clearing QRT here. 7-3 to be on 9HF.
Okay, 73, Chad. Good luck with your simplex net, and let's hope you get more check-ins. I'm definitely going to continue to promote this, your net there. So, 73, have a good evening, and we'll talk to you later. Are there any more stations that would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, now I think I'm going to do I'm going to read the Contester's Code of Ethics. 1. I will learn and obey the rules of any contest I enter, including the rules of my entry category. 2. I will obey the rules for amateur radio in my country. 3. I will not modify my log after the contest by using additional data sources to correct call sign / exchange errors. 4. I will accept the judging and scoring decisions of the contest sponsor's final. 5. I will adhere to the DX Code of Conduct in my operating style. 6. I will yield my frequency to any emergency communications activities. And finally, 7. I will operate my transmitter with sufficient signal quality to minimize interference to others. That's the Contester's Code of Ethics. I'll tell you what though. What Rick K9QDP said. He said if anybody observed the DX Code of Conduct and the Amateur's Code of Contester's Code of Ethics, nobody would make a contact. And I think he's right too. Okay. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Well, once again, I'm shoveling papers around, so bear with me here. Got to put these different papers in my folders and in my different folders and put them in my desk drawer or what have you. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do a short Friday Night Fun Net trivia tonight there. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, next Saturday, February 4th at 12:30 p.m. at the Freeport Public Library, there will be a VE testing session that will be put on by State Line Amateur Radio Club. If you want more information, I don't know who the VEC is, but you want more information on that, contact Tony, K9RFD. He's also our EC here in Stevenson County. He's not involved in the testing anymore, but he can give you a lot of information about that. So, okay, well, hold on. Okay, this a quick question. When may an amateur radio, and when may, let's do that again. When may an amateur station transmit without identifying on the air? A, when the transmissions are of a brief nature to make station adjustments. B, when the transmissions are unmodulated. C, when the transmitted power level is below 1 watt. D, when transmitting signals to control model craft. When may an amateur station transmit without identifying on the air? A, when the transmissions are of a brief nature to make station adjustments. B, when the transmissions are unmodulated. C, when the transmitted power level is below 1 watt. D, when transmitting signals to control model craft. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. 1 million ampere station transmit without identifying on the air. Correct answer is D delta. When transmitting signals to control model craft. Unidentified transmissions are not allowed. Unidentified means that no call sign was associated with the transmission. The only exceptions are for space stations or for when your signals are controlling a model craft. And realize the manual page 8-3. Okay. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. B, a single repeater with more than one receiver. C, multiple repeaters with the same control operator. D, a system of repeaters linked by APRS. Which of the following describes a linked repeater network? A network of repeaters in which the signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the repeaters in the network. B, a single repeater with more than one receiver. C, multiple repeaters with the same control operator. D, a system of repeaters linked by APRS. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay. Which of the following describes the linked repeater network? Correct answer is A, alpha. A network of repeaters in which signals received by one repeater are transmitted by all the other repeaters in the network. Repeaters can also be linked to other repeaters. That is, they share the signals, each receives and transmits them. This extends the coverage of any single repeater. AM radio license manual page 6-12. Well, I said this is going to be a short trivia segment tonight, so I think we'll just limit it to 2 questions. I think we're going to move on. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, I'm going to give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. The Night Watch net will be getting underway at 10 o'clock. It's on 443.750 repeater in Chicago. PL of 114.8 plus offset. If you cannot get in the repeater, you can get in via the EchoLink. It's Night Watch. That net runs 7 nights a week. Last night, I think they ran for just over an hour. We'll see how long they go tonight. Okay, don't forget tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on this repeater. We got the Saturday evening rag tune net. I believe, let's see. I believe it's going to be Larry, K9KZT. Whether he actually does it remains to be seen. With this injury, we'll just see what happens. We go around a few times, talk about different stuff. Net control brings up a topic. You want to talk about that, great. If you want to bring up something else, that's all right too. But that's what it's all about. A rag tune. Also, the Saturday Night Fun Net will get underway also at 8 o'clock. That's a new starting time now for that net on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee. And it's a PL 127.3 minus offset. That net is a lot more structured than this net. you got to check in a certain way, and what have you, and some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on this net. Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, the PL 123.0 minus Austin. Green County Aries Racing Net is held. Scott, K9YI is the net control of that. That's a combination of Aries Races and Rag Shoe net. Okay, I'm going to take a pause here. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. Okay, continuing on with the nets, the rundown of all the other nets here. The Whiteside County, no wait, we'll do that. Big Thunder Amps Radio Cup over in Belvedere holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. That has a PL of 100.0 plus offset. The Whiteside County Aries Races Group holds its Sunday evening net also at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling. That has a PL of 114.8 minus offset. You should not have any problem getting in that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet in the air with Illinois State Police District 1 radio tower. Okay, now let's see. Oh yeah, Monday evening at 7 p.m. here on this repeater. We got the Monday night rah-rah info net. Larry, K9KCT, and I share the duties of net control operator. Immediately following that net, Larry, K9KCT will have a code practice, Morse code practice. The Lee County Aries Races Group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon, the PL of 82.5 minus offset. And the Kishwaukee Amps Radio Cup in DeKalb holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb. That has a PL of 100.0 minus offset. One of the net control operators, let's see. Well, you know what I'm talking about. He's moving down to Tennessee. I'll think of his call sign. Okay. Well, the weather report is being shown on Channel 39. They're showing the streets of downtown Rockford. They're deserted. You know why they're deserted? Everybody's homeless from the Friday Night Fun net. Okay, let's continue. The Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. here on this repeater, we got the Tuesday evening Health and Tech net with Larry, H9GO is your net control station. We answer everybody how they're doing health-wise, and if anybody has any technical questions. Immediately found that net, Larry K9KCT also has a CW session. Also at 8 p.m. and also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, the PL 123.0 minus offset. The Rock County Aries Races net is held. Now, I want to tell you about a new net that just started about a few weeks ago. The Ogle County guys started a new net. It's called the Ogle County Amps Radio net. That's not the Skywarn net. That takes place an hour later. But the new net is the Ogle County Amps Radio net. They meet on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon, PL 146.2 plus offset. Then at 8:30 p.m. they switch over to 146.595 simplex. That's their Aries Races simplex frequency. They carry on with the net there. Then also at 9 p.m., about an hour later, then the guys in Ogle County, they returned to the 147-165 repeater for the Ogle County amateur radio net for area Skywarn. So, okay. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport, the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the weekly Stevenson County Aries net. This past Wednesday, the only check-in was yours truly. I did not have any other check-ins at all. Then at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit from the PL 123.0 plus offset. Greater Beloit Ave radio couple holds its Wednesday evening net. At 8 p.m. Here in Freeport, 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Wednesday evening swap net. Mill, K9RFD, and I share the use and net control operator. That net runs from 8 p.m. until 9 p.m. until all traffic is handled. Mill, K9RFD, and it brings us amateur radio news line. 15-minute independent news broadcast of both entire of the amateur radio. And there was mention on that broadcast about Winter Field Day. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net of the W9AXD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Are there any more stations you'd like to check in at this time? Please call now.
KC9GCR, K9 hello.
Hello, good evening, Dean. How you doing?
Getting a little late here, but I had to do a temporary setup here. I'm talking to you on my HT hooked up to the tower antenna. Hopefully it's working okay. Haven't used this in several years, I should say. Anyway, it's Friday again, and it's getting colder out.
Yep, you wait till tomorrow. We get those 3 to 5 inches of snow here, that's for sure. Now, I don't know if Kurt is still on the air or not. Kurt, KD9N, are you still on the air?
Yes, sir, and I was just looking at the clock, and I looked at it about 20 after, and I thought, well, Dean should be getting on here any minute. So, how's it going, Dean?
Good evening, and it's Friday night. Tomorrow is Winter Field Day, and I've got everything tore down, the radio up in a suitcase, so I'm actually using the HT, which is something I haven't used in a long time, but I do have it up on the antenna, the big antenna, so I had to charge the battery. The battery was dead in it. It's one of those Yaesu FT2Ds. And yeah, the battery was very dead in it, so had to get a charge in there, and I'm running it off to hopefully the battery eliminator will keep it going there. And so good to see you over there tomorrow at Winter Field Day there, Kurt.
Yeah, and I had a question for you. Well, first of all, yeah, I am going to breakfast tomorrow, and Kevin's going to try to make it. He plows snow for people when it snows, but he was going to try to maybe make it, but I'll be at breakfast tomorrow, and then you guys can go out to Chuck's. Just due to my physical ability, I'll just be in the way, so I'm not going to get in the way. But then a fellow by the name of Matt, and I think I mentioned him to you, he's interested in seeing what HF is all about. And so I'm going to go out with him actually tomorrow night. I told him try and get to my house by 8 o'clock, and then we'll go to Chuck's from about 8 o'clock tomorrow night to, maybe 10 or so. And then I said if you want to go back Sunday, we can go back Sunday. Then he might feel a little more comfortable, and he can sit down and log or operate the radio or both.
good. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Very good. All right, I'm going to miss breakfast tomorrow. The wife's going to she has to have the vehicle, so we're a one-car family, and so I'll probably be over to Chuck's about between 11 and 12. I got everything loaded up and ready to go, but you know how that goes in priorities. That's what happened when you're down to a mono vehicle world there, Kurt.
No, I understand. I mean, if you wanted, I could pick you up and take you to breakfast if you wanted to go.
No, that's all right. I'll tell you what, everything, I mean, I've got everything ready and this and that, and I'll just bring it all over to Chuck's, and when she gets back, and it'll be fine. Then that way I won't have to, you won't have to get tied up over here and that, and kind of go from there if that sounds exciting. And yeah, I've got all the filters and my radio and all packed up, so, but you know how that is, priorities.
No, I totally understand. One question I had, and I don't know if you have the answer, do you know specifically for the sideband station what radio we're going to use? And the reason I ask is I've got headphones that'll fit a Yaesu, but I also have headphones that'll fit the ICOM. So I didn't know which one out of the, I think it was, what, 7300 versus the 991A, which one was going to be used for sideband?
Well, this is going to be easy. Yes and yes. I've got my 991A. I have that there. And Greg may have his 991A there also. But Brett's going to bring his 7300 as a backup alternate, or maybe operate that one also. So that's good.
Okay, fair enough. I'll actually probably bring them both just to see. Okay, well, listen, I'll let you go. You can send it back to Jimmy, but I'll turn it over to you then, Dean, and, well, we'll meet up somewhere.
Good. Yep, we'll be looking for you. I'm going to be coming and going, but I think probably kind of like what you're going to be doing. I'll stop over there Saturday night and see how Rusty's doing. And I'll probably stop for the pizza too. Hopefully we don't get the snow they're talking of. I just heard that we're pushing more of the 6-inch on the state line here, so wonderful. We need it. But on the flip side of it, it's a good thing we're out on not on Interstate 90 this afternoon, stuck in traffic. Boy, what an event there.
Yeah, I heard about that. Kevin was telling me about it. That, geez, I guess it was, what do I want to say, not moving or plugged up or whatever for, I mean, like hours.
Still not over. There's still traffic backed up. They had it on the cam, the 9 o'clock news, and yeah, they still got some problems. But it's open now. Both lanes are open, but it was just a mess. Multiple semis involved in it due to weather conditions, and between Beloit and Janesville up near Avalon, it's just quite something. So. Yeah, something you don't need, but it happens, and I guess that's why I just stay at home and do the old-timer thing or something like that. But anyway, yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow, and if something comes up otherwise, I'll give you a holler, and kind of go from there. K9N, K9FLO.
Okay, sounds good, Dean. Well, we'll, like I said, be out there somewhere around, 8:15, hopefully, tomorrow night, so you may be there. Otherwise, I'm thinking maybe Sunday morning. Matt will want to go out, and so I'll go out with him then. Other than that, we'll talk to you later. Jimmy, thanks a lot for letting us talk back and forth a little bit. K9FLO, this is KE9M, and I'll send it back to Jimmy, KC9GCR.
Okay, guys, that sounds good there. That's I think a lot of people look forward to this net for just for that reason. We're not a formal net. We have like a rag chew net, swamp net, or tech net, or a DX corner, and what have you. I think everybody looks forward to that there. So okay, Dean, I'll turn it back over to you so you can sign off with Kurt.
Hope the net's going good tonight, and I hope everybody enjoys Winter Field Day. The only thing, hopefully the snow won't be too bad. Then the Sunday is going to be the temperatures, so been through that. I don't know what we're going to do for setup, but and Kurt, I'll see you tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe the wife will say it's too crummy outside and she's not going to do her commitment she had going on tomorrow. And I'll tell her, all right, I'll take the car. See ya. Talk to you later, Jimmy and Kurt. 7-3 is, and Kurt, we'll see you tomorrow. KC9GCR, K9FL.
Okay, guys, Kurt and Dean, you guys have a wonderful time at Winter Field Day tomorrow. We'll be making a lot of contacts. Okay. Are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on.
Alpha Charlie 9, Golf Foster, Larry and Rockton.
AC9GO, Larry and Rockton. Okay, Larry, what's going on with you? What are you going to be doing for Winter Field Day this weekend?
We hadn't made any plans to do anything since we didn't have anything going with the club. But I'll probably get on the band and play around a little bit, see what I can do sometime tomorrow. Got company coming over, so don't know exactly how much time I'm going to have at it. Contacted Brazil on 10 today. That was kind of fun. And just armchair copy all the way. So bands were looking up. So with that, back to you, Jimmy. AC9GO.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good there, Larry. Yeah, Kurt and Dean, they're going to get together with Chuck at W9AXD. They're going to have their Lloyd Abs Radio Club. They're going to get together at their field day there.
I kind of gathered that. I just caught the tail end of their conversation, but yeah, where are they having it?
I don't know. Dean, K9FLO, are you still on the air? Okay, Kurt, KD9N, are you still on the air, Kurt?
Yeah, I'm still here, Jimmy. And Larry, we're going to have it at the home of, he goes by Chuck. His first name is actually Bernard, but he doesn't like being called that at all. He goes by Chuck Bell, and his call is WD9 Bravo, WD9BB. You can look him up on QRZ, and then go to the tab that says Detail, and there's a map there. And you can see where, and that is an accurate map, by the way. They're starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, going to 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and you're certainly welcome. Matt and I are going to go out tomorrow night. Matt's going to get to my house about 8 o'clock, and then we're going to go out. If you want to go with us, let me know. But I told him, try to get to my house at 8 o'clock at night, and we figured we'd stay till about 10 or so. And then after that, maybe Sunday we'd go back out. But if you're interested in going and you want to go with us, let me know.
Will do, Kurt. Will do. Yeah, kind of doubted at this time, but hey, don't know how things are gonna shake out tomorrow yet. So anyhow, I'll let you know one way or another, Kurt. And thanks for inviting me, sir. AC9GO, back to net.
Okay, well that's good. Larry, if you can get out and participate in that winter field day at Chuck's location, that'd be great. Okay, thanks, guys. Southerlies, have a good evening and enjoy winter field days. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go on. Okay, here's my own radio nut joke for my own field day radio nut joke. You know you're a radio nut when on field day you have three different stations, CW, HF, and PSK 31 set up at your home QTH, and you go crazy trying to make three contacts on three bands at the same time. Give me a call here on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. The homemade radio nut jokes are better than the 30 original ones anyway. So, okay, at this time, do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please go on out. Okay, I want to tell you about the. Just a minute. Oh boy. Isn't there? Okay. I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Brad, Alpha Hotel to India. You guys used to know him as WW9WWW and KD9C WW2D. His many call signs gone by over there, but. Brad and Ricky, WX9RLT, are in charge of the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. I don't know how many, the last I heard, I think there was 154 stations signed up for it. But you'll see updated pictures of my hand jack. Hopefully if somebody comes along and takes a picture of my 2022 Rah-Rah Ham of the Year plaque hanging up, you'll be able to see that sometime down the road. You'll see updated information about the net. You'll even see weather information. So, and also, this net is being rebroadcast, recorded for replay on the Facebook page. You can listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night. But the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, every night is Friday night. You miss the Friday Night Fun Net when it's not on? Well, I sure do. Well, just go to the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, follow the instructions, and you're good to go. You can listen to this net, or you can listen to past editions of the net. So that's like I said, listen to it all day, every day, or all night, every night. You can let me reset. Let's say it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You can't sleep. So I said, you know what? I got something to put me to sleep. I'll just turn on the Friday Night Fun and I'll listen for the rest of the night. That'll put you to sleep. So, okay. Then I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN. 232-3636. The local Freeport number. If you're out in the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions, or else you don't have internet access or what have you. You give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's your traditional red touch-tone telephone. We've had no hotline checking tonight. When I'm transmitting, if the phone rings, that's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony cell phone ring. So you tell the difference when I'm transmitting and when you hear that phone ring. Okay. Okay, at this time, do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Well, I read the DX Code of Conduct and the Contesters Code of Ethics. I might as well read the amateur's code. Okay. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasures of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and the American Radio Relay League through which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps his station abreast of science. He is well-built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly, slow and patient sending when requested, friendly advising and counsel to the beginner, kindly assistance, consideration, and let's do that again. The amateur is friendly, slow and patient sending when requested, friendly advice and counsel to the beginner, kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And 6, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. Something Tony K9RFD always used to say, something to live by not only on the radio but throughout life itself. And by the way, you might want to monitor 147.195. I don't know what's going to happen with the weather, but in case Northern Illinois Skywarn gets on there with any messages and stuff, we want you to listen if we put out any messages. But Ricky, WX9RLT, or myself. Okay. Are there any more stations you'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or traffic, or input you'd like to bring before the net? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to repeat the traffic that we had earlier. Okay, first of all, this is from Larry K9KZT. Sunday, May 21st, we're going to have a social and a swap net, which will take place at Camp Winnebago, just north of Rockford on Main Street. It will be held from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is going to be like a social and then a swap meet. Anybody wants to get rid of some of their stuff, you can bring it, and that's what we'll do. There will be no vendors. There will be no VE testing session. If anybody wants to bring their own food or their own grill to cook or whatever, you're welcome to do so. This is not a club or affiliation or anything like that. We're just a bunch of local hands getting together. So again, that will take place Sunday, May 21st, from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Camp Winnebago, north of Rockford on Main Street. And it'll be held rain or shine. They have lots of pavilions out there that we can use. So So again, this is not a club sponsored event or anything like that. We're just several hands, just a couple of hands getting together. Everybody's welcome to attend. Also, the Sterling Rock Falls Ham Fest will take place on Sunday, March 19th at the Sauk Valley Community College in Dixon. I believe that gets underway either 7:30 or 8 a.m. that Sunday. So if you want more information, contact some of the guys down in the Sterling, Dixon, Rock Falls. They'll give you plenty of information. And also, Richard N9ZO in Belvedere has advanced tickets for the Sandwich Ham Fest. That will take place on Sunday, May 7th, 2023 at the Sandwich Fairgrounds. $8 in advance with 2 chances for a drawing. And on the day of the Ham Fest, $10 at the gate with 1 chance for a drawing. There will be hourly drawings and 3 cash prizes. You do not have to be present. Again, Richard N9ZO has advance tickets for the Sandwich Ham Fest, Sunday, May 7th, 2023, the Sandwich Fairgrounds. You can contact Richard at area code 815-547-8686. Area code 815-547-8686. Okay, at this time, are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Standby hotline. This is K9G Star with the Friday Night Fun Net on the W9AXD Repeater in Rockford. That was Case 9I8 from LaSalle, Illinois. He's one of the check-ins on the Night Watch net. That will be getting underway in about 4 minutes at 10 o'clock. 443.750. He listens on the internet, but he wasn't able to check in, so he called me on the hotline. So okay. Told you folks, that's a real telephone ring, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Okay. Any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, I want to thank the members of RARA, the board of directors, and Kirk KD9MED, the RARA president, and the repeater chairman for the use of the repeater. I'm going to run down the list of stations that checked in so far. No early, well, my K9MED did check in as an early bird, but later on he checked in during the net, so I put in, he's a regular check-in. So, okay. K9MED, W9JTC, K9KGT, N9ZXK, K9EPZ, H9NW, N9GBP, N9BWM, N9EGF. The short time station, KF9SD pad that checked in on the internet, K9HKX, W3MBX, N9OEG, myself, K9G net control. K9RGG, Norman Orberville. K9AGR, Jennifer. KD9SSB. Holy cow, I better change that so that will send to a 9, yeah. God, how come I made an S there? K9SSB, K9MAP, K9TSU, Vince. Long time no here. He says he's going to give me a call on the 39 Repeater tomorrow. K9CFL, K9GDY, KD9N, WI9HF, K9FLO, H9GO, and last but certainly not least, KC9IH from LaSalle. Total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 24 on-air check-ins, 1 internet check-in, 1 hotline check-in, to leave a grand total of 26 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations that like to check in? Please call now. Well, okay, I'll tell you what, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk beyond the checkout counter, your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk beyond the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your post office when you buy your stamps, your envelopes. Stamps are going up, by the way. When you go to the bank teller, be sure to tell your bank teller if you're going to withdraw some money or what have you. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your garage mechanic, your used car dealer, your new car dealer. Be sure you tell your divorce lawyer, your probation officer, your parole officer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about Friday Night Fun Net. More check-ins compared than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads, telemarketers. If you take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. And if you don't back the bull, we don't take your check-ins. That's all there is to it. We didn't have any interference tonight. Thank goodness. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun. This is a W9AXD Repeater and Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun. That's after we're in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going in on lockdown at this very moment. Kerry, K9MED, was telling me he listens to the jail frequencies on the scanner. Every night at 10 o'clock at this time, the dispatcher tells the correctional officers it's lockdown. Lockdown time. All the jailbirds are being put to bed. Nighty-night, jailbirds. Well, we had a great net tonight. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Hopefully everybody participates in Winter Field Day tomorrow. Hopefully you'll make a lot of contacts. Okay. I don't have anything further. So with that, this is the last call. We're going to be cutting a short order tonight. I'm going to see if I can pick up the night watch that on 443750 in Chicago. Okay, with that, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region. With route traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Uh-oh, you know what, folks? I did this last week, too. I got to put down my honorary check-ins. K9RFD. Tony, REC here in Stevens County. HC honorary check-in. K9GAB. Tracy, it's better to have HC honorary check-in. Okay. And we mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club, south of Robert Scott. 889. Silver Fox, HC honorary check-in. K9FEO, Justin, HC honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO in Belvedere, HC honorary check-in. You want tickets to Sandwich Hamfest? It's $8. Contact him at area code 815-547-8686. 547-8686. $8 in advance for tickets for Sandwich Hamfest. Okay, now, W9RLT, Ricky, HC honorary check-in. Monitor the 195 Repeater, folks, tomorrow evening. Let's try that again. Monitor the 147.195 Repeater tomorrow and tomorrow night. In case we get any messages from Northern Illinois Skywarn, either Ricky, WX9RLT, or myself will let you know what's going on. Okay. Okay, let's see. AC9JZ, Mike, HC honorary check-in. W9KLG, Kevin, HC honorary check-in. He installed this desk mic I'm talking on. Okay? Let's see. KD9LOA, Brandon and Lena, HC honorary check-in. And KD9OVJ, HC honorary check-in. Let's see, who else? Oh, yeah, Robert, KC9ICH, Each the honor of checking. That's 37 check-ins overall. Okay. I can't think of anybody else. I need more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call K9 GCR. All right, KC9 and DDF, John and Elgin. I don't know if he's listening or not, but I put him down anyway. So okay, okay. I think that's complete. Everybody, there was a successful Friday Night Fun Net tonight. Good luck at Winterfield Day tomorrow. Hopefully you make a lot of contacts. Okay, this is the last call. Now I can say this. This is the last call for any stations that want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net for everywhere in the region. Please call K9 GCR. Last call for Ransom Jaw.
KC9 GCR, this is KB9ZDD. Just got home, just checking in and out. Thanks for giving one last call.
Okay, Mike, I'll put you down. KB9ZDD. Are you going to be doing anything for Winterfield Day this weekend? That's what we were talking about tonight.
Nope, can't say as I've got any plans for it. I suppose I'll turn the radios on while I'm home, but I got a couple other things going this weekend, so probably I'll just listen.
I'll probably make it a few or none at all. We'll see what happens. Okay, Mike, thanks for checking in. At 7-3, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Okay, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from everywhere in the region. Without traffic, please call K9 GCR. Okay, tune in again next week. Same time, same repeater. We hope for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim K9 GCR. Now closing down this special field day edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeater and the frequency normal amateur radio use at 10:09 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see, 4 hours and 9 minutes Zulu time. I'm going to close the net the way I open it. CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. This is Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot Field Day. CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. This is Whiskey 9 Foxtrot, Whiskey 9 Foxtrot Field Day. QSL 1 Hotel Indiana. Please copy 1 Hotel Illinois. QSL 7-3. Good luck in the contest. This is K9 GCR. Now close down the Friday Night Fun Net at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. 7-3 to all, and good night. This is K9 GCR. Be clear. KD9MED, KD9MED, K9 GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike. Unofficial count 39 check-ins and a 2-hour, 10-minute net.
Okay, we'll get it posted. Thank you, and sorry that I was absent tonight there, Jimmy, but, got a lot going on. But thanks.
Understand, K9 IH from LaSalle usually checks in on the internet, gave me a call on the phone, on the hotline, so he's going to mention it during the night watch net on the 444750. Okay, have a good evening, Mike. We'll talk to you next Friday night.
All right, this is KD9MED clear.
3 K9 GCR, I'll be clear. Good night.